Hi everybody, it's Dr. Kim Duramo. I am a physician sharing mind-body medicine for self-healing, and I want to share a little bit about what has happened recently in the Tapping World Summit, specifically with the talk that I did on chronic fatigue and brain fog and some of the amazing experiences that people had. And mostly this is a testament to what's possible when you've had your system so suppressed for so long that you're shut down with autoimmune disease or a chronic infection that's not healing, or in this case, brain fog or chronic fatigue, or even inflammatory diseases, like literally any chronic illness where your body's not getting better. When you release this way that you may be just even not conscious of, that you're suppressing yourself from receiving what you need, from aligning with who you really are, it is so powerful how quickly the body can begin to open and heal. And you'll feel it immediately, like it's opening up the energy centers, it's opening up the channels of the body to begin to be alive. And yes, this is exactly what leads to physical cellular healing and reversal of disease. So I had this woman who shared, and I also want to preface this, I've shared some things about chronic fatigue and brain fog this feels like it's been in the works for over 10 years. But it's not been received the way people are really receiving it now. And I think it's because we don't need to make ourselves wrong for seeing oh, there's something I could do that could unleash this and allow a major change in my health. We don't need to make it I do have a real disease, and what do you mean this is in my head? I'm not telling you it's in your head. That is not what this is about. But to receive it in a way that you begin to see your mind and body are connected. They are not separate. You cannot make, because this is a physical thing, mean that there isn't any energetic, emotional, mental pattern that's interplaying with that. So I think it was really, really beautiful that I shared this with such profound compassion, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with why it was so beautifully received. But unbelievable things happened for people, and all day I was getting these posts and comments about there's tears flowing, there's my whole body is tingling, I feel so much better, this never occurred to me. It really, really spoke to people in a specific way. Now the talk is, it was airing for free earlier this week. If you missed it, the way to access it is if you purchase the Summit series, which I actually super, super highly recommend because I love the way they put this particular summit together, and it is excellent. It is so well done. All of the sessions are really, really powerful. There's still a few more days, so if you register, you'll have access to those days of free content. And I'll include the link here with this video. But this woman said, Dr. Kim, this is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot thank you enough. When I started your first tapping, I was lying in bed, seemingly unable to motivate myself to get up for the past 2 hours. A common scenario where I'm overcome with such lethargy and feelings of low energy, no motivation, and a lazy mood that I literally lay there for hours, despite willing and chastising myself, despite being increasingly physically hungry and thirsty and needing to eat and drink, despite a growing number of important jobs to attend to. Halfway through, as I lay there tapping to the session, we got to the bit where you said, I allow life to move through me. And I suddenly sat up in bed just like that. It was incredible. By the time the first tapping was over, I had gotten out of bed. I was downstairs in the kitchen and fixing myself something to eat at last. I listened and did each tapping meditation 3 times. I even did most of this standing up by my radiator. I didn't even have the need to slouch down and collapse into the sofa or chair. And the second meditation, as I tapped through, I felt like something was lifting from my vision, like someone was raising the blinds and I was becoming more awake. I had this sudden urge to start hoovering and mopping my kitchen floor, which was pretty amazing given just minutes before I was laying stuck in bed, not wanting or having any energy to get up and drag myself through life. This urge is so poignant. I'm usually really lazy and demotivated about house cleaning and tidying and chores, and most of the time I just don't feel like I have the energy. Yet there's a deep part of me that loves cleaning and loves being immaculately tidy and organized. This is who I really am, but I don't present it consistently in my life. You and Jess saved my evening. I went on to eat a healthy meal, tidy my kitchen, and listen and tap all day to the 3 audios, and even gotten to the bonus one at the end. And she goes on and on and on and on, but this is super important because I've just started a new job. And it was such a, first of all, I think she really captured what it's like to actually have chronic fatigue, where you're like, no, this is not about me willing myself, overcoming it, mind over body, make it happen. You're not going anywhere because your body's shut down. The only way that you can allow this awakening is by meeting yourself where you're at, but with compassion and with willingness to be in the heaviness that's actually underlying this. And gosh, it's so powerful when we're able to clear that. And we can't do it as a way to feel better. We can't do it as a way to make the problem go away. We can't do it as a way to finally motivate and get on with this, because those are all rejection of self. It's like, I gotta get away, I gotta get somewhere better, I gotta do something better, I've gotta get away from this. And that is the biggest reason why so many people, and myself included in the past, stay stuck in a chronic fatigue or brain fog pattern, is like this suppression. So anyway, one of the other things I shared in the talk was about how with brain fog too, our body just needs to reboot. And if we could just turn off the computer, it will happen for us. But we're using the computer, we're in our operating system, we gotta keep going, we gotta keep producing. Like, we're in a society that really only values productivity and go, 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 and busy, busy, and overwhelmed, and keep working, strive, get ahead, push. That's why the body's like, I just gotta shut down. I am not doing it this way anymore. So if we can actually move into it instead of trying to get beyond it, it will sometimes very, very quickly allow that resolution, because the body just needs a reboot. So anyway, if you're interested in hearing the talk and going through the tapping in it, I will leave the link here. Or if you're just interested in signing up for the rest of the summit to participate. I love, love, love the summit. I love what Jessica and Nick are doing. And I do use tapping in the work I'm doing with groups and with individuals in the Embracing Health program. So I will leave the link there as well. It's a really, really powerful way to give new information to the brain, to the nervous system, to repattern what's happening in your immune system, in your endocrine system, your digestive system, like so many of the base foundational pieces of where chronic illness is really beginning and what's really going on. I love using this modality. The most important thing I want to share, though, is you've got to use it as a way to feed and nurture yourself. You've got to use it as a way to meet yourself more fully where you are, rather than using it as a way to escape or feel better or get this problem over, or like get out of where I am and I got to get there, I got to move forward. That's actually going to keep propagating. You might get a quick fix, but it's going to keep propagating the same pattern. If you use mind-body medicine as a way to love and nurture yourself more fully, to meet the depth of where you really are more fully, it will always lead to greater healing and expansion. But if you use any of these mind-body tools or EFT to make the problem go away, you're going to keep spinning in the same cycle of never-ending problems and challenges and the universe of more learning, more doing, more diets, more remedies, more blah, 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 blah. You will eventually come to a place where you realize you really do want to stop, even if it means facing your greatest pain, your greatest fear, your greatest grief, because that is the way through. You move through that energy. Anyway, I'd love to assist you with this more fully. I'm at drkimd.com if you are interested in what I'm sharing in mind-body medicine. For the summit, I will leave the link if you'd like to purchase the summit. It's still available. Or just subscribe to receive the rest of the free summit as it's live this week. And the Embracing Health program is actually a year-long integration where I bring people through this expansion and this space of meeting the depth more fully for the purpose of releasing disease, releasing lack and struggle, expanding in your personal and physical life. So that is at drkimd.com/health if you'd like to work with me live there. All right, everyone, lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you soon.